So our next section is number 2, and that's detoxification. And we have a lot of information. We've got this book, which you can get as an ebook. We have a seminar DVD you can get. We talk about detoxification a lot because it's really fundamental for any health, any sickness, any disease you may have, is to detoxify your body. And I'm just going to touch on it very lightly here because there's so much information available elsewhere. So one of the simplest and easiest ways to detoxify your body is to just take 1 day a week, if you can, where you eat nothing but fruit and vegetables. You, generally speaking, don't combine fruit and vegetables at the same time. There are exceptions to that, so it's either fruit or vegetables rather than together. And what's even better is if you can juice your vegetables, not your fruit. Don't juice your fruit because your fruit, it becomes, the fructose or the sugar level is too high when you juice it. You need that fibre and everything else in the fruit to help buffer the sugar hit into your bloodstream. So fruit is better eaten, unless of course you're putting a little bit of apple or a lime into your veggie juice, which is allowed. So when you're detoxing, try and eat nothing but fruit and vegetables for 1 day. If you can't do a day, just do 1 meal. Just start wherever you can, because everybody's different and you don't want to go too hard at it, otherwise you'll put your body into a crisis. So which is easy to stop because you just break your detox. So fruit and vegetables for 1 day. Juicing is very good. Juice your vegetables. You have a glass a day, just sip slowly. Now we have our 8-day detox cleanse, which is where you do nothing but fruit and vegetables for 8 days. Now it's very powerful. A lot of people have done it, surprising me. I didn't think many people could, but a lot of people have taken the challenge and the results have been absolutely fantastic. More energy, losing weight, complexion. It helps as a fundamental when you're treating any type of disease or problem in the body. So you can do 1 day, you can do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If it seems too much to start with, start gradually. Do 1 day a week and then build up. If you do an 8-day detox, you can probably do 2 a year, which will be good for the body. So detoxing is critical to cleanse your system, because we all build up toxins and impurities in our everyday lifestyle, and because we live in a toxic environment, then the body finds it difficult to maintain the balance. That's why I'm going to give it a chance to catch up by detoxing. So I highly recommend the detoxing. So that's section number 2. We're going to sign off on that one now and get ready for the next one. So number 3 is nutrition, and again just a simplification for nutrition, and that is everybody is different, everyone needs a different nutrition, but there are certain basics that everyone can use. And I have my favourites, and I guess other practitioners have theirs, but I believe the 2 best things you can put into your body from a nutritional point of view is what we call a super green or a green powder. Why? Because that green powder is, you take all the vegetables and you put them through a process where you do not use any heat, you dry it, and then when the body takes this green powder, it's already pre-digested, so it requires no energy to digest. There's no elimination, or very little, so there's no any requirement for energy for elimination. So you're getting a pure form of food, pre-digested, no elimination. All the enzymes, which are normally destroyed by high temperatures, I think it's about 112 temperatures Fahrenheit, destroys the enzymes. So you're getting what I believe is the perfect food, full of enzymes, which your body really needs, not just for digestion, but for everything else. Full of enzymes, all of your nutrients, and it's a food source. I believe a food source is much better than taking a processed vitamin, even though there's a place for that. So I believe the number 1 is your green powder. We usually recommend to our patients something called Invigorate, which is put out by our company, which I've invested interested in, which is Z8, and that Invigorate has a green powder, and it's got a lot of other things added as well to really boost it up. Second thing I recommend is what we call colloidal trace minerals. These minerals, there's about 78 of them, and they're things like your chromium and your vanadium, which are not macro minerals, not calcium, not magnesium, sodium, not potassium, but these are minerals found in small amounts. That's why they call them trace. Reveal them just in trace amounts, and generally they're not in the soil, so they're not in the plants, they're not in the animals, they're not in us. So taking a colloidal trace mineral supplement, again, I believe is the next most important thing to put into your body. We find it's very important for brain function, for joint function. So with arthritic patients, they need the colloidal minerals, and also children with learning difficulties and adults with brain, shall we say, inefficiencies, let's call it that, would need the colloidal minerals. So they're the two most important things you can put in your body, I believe. The next thing I would recommend would be digestive enzymes, because it's no good eating all this good stuff if you're not going to break it down. So your digestive enzymes, either in the form of something like called a digest aid, or a great favourite of mine is green papaya extract, which again comes from a fruit. It's a natural source, and that helps your body to break down particularly protein, but green papaya extract has a lot of other benefits in it as well. Another favourite of mine is something called noni or moringa. It has two different names, which is a Polynesian fruit, and the story is that in the Polynesian islands, whatever you get wrong with you, they give you noni juice because it fixes so many things. But the real advantage or good thing about your noni juice is that it helps to balance your pH in your body, your acid-alkaline balance. That's critical for so many functions in the body. I found noni really good for doing that. What noni also does, it has a master enzyme in there that activates all your enzymes in your body, and in particular it helps with your digestion. So taking your noni juice really helps with the digestion also. There's probably other things that I could mention, but I think that that's a good place to start, and then you can build on top of that. Protein powders for some people are important, so but again it depends on the individual. Just going to have a quick cheat and check my notes to make sure I've covered all that information on the nutrition side. Yes, I did. There's only one thing I didn't mention, and that of course is a multivitamin, which can often be helpful too, but I recommend you, if you have them, you chew them, because that helps the breakdown and the absorption of that multivitamin. Okay, that's that section, and we'll pause just a moment now to get ready for our next section.